This weekend is commencement weekend at my alma mater, and I figured, all these youths are graduating, and I'm just as unqualified as all these commencement speakers to tell other people how to live their lives, so might as well give my 2 cents on kind of what I wish I'd known when I was graduating. If I could travel back in time and talk to my past self, I would have a lot to say to myself, but this is also, if I could only tell them one thing, this is what I'd say. Kind of to give this story some backstory, after I graduated from college, I went to work at this startup, and I think me working at that startup was me operating a lot out of fear. I was afraid that if I didn't work there, I would be missing out on some big opportunity. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to find a better job than that job. And I didn't really ask myself, do you want to do this? Is this a thing? Is this job a net positive thing on your life? I was just asking myself, well, what if you don't do this? And that was really me being afraid of missing out on some big thing and of being afraid I would regret it. And I think in our lives we are exposed to a lot of that in school and in jobs, especially in school, because you're told, hey, if you don't get these good grades and take all these APs and get this SAT score, you're going to go to a bad college and your life is going to be ruined. And that's them telling you that to make you afraid of what's going to happen if you don't go to an elite college. Not asking you, why do you want to go to an elite college, I think is the problem. I think a lot of things are motivated by fear. And that was kind of where I was coming from after I graduated. And if I could go back and talk to myself back then, I'd tell myself, you don't have to be afraid of life and afraid that you're not good enough to get these good things in life. And life isn't something you have to wrangle and fight with and pin down and force to be something it's not. You can work together with your life, aka yourself, and create something. You create the life that you want. And I think that applies to jobs and school, but even more importantly than that, it applies to friends, family, your relationships in life, the purpose of your life and the meaning of your life. And you shouldn't operate out of fear in those cases as well. For me, I've operated out of fear with a lot of my person-to-person relationships in life. It's more of afraid of, oh, well, if I do this, this person isn't going to like me. Or, if I lose this friend, maybe I'm not going to be able to find a better friend. So maybe I just have to kind of tolerate these values and behaviors that I don't really agree with, which I don't think is true at all. And there's good things out there in life if you're brave enough to let go of the bad things in life and not cling to them out of fear that, you'll regret it once you get out into the world. Because the world is full of good things. It's full of good people. It's full of, friends that'll make you really happy. Jobs or passions or hobbies that'll make you really happy. And you don't have to be afraid that your life is going to be good. Or you don't have to be afraid to believe that your life is going to be good. Because it will be good. And you don't have to work out of fear to achieve the baseline thing you think is achievable, because you're afraid to kind of ask for more out of life. I think if I could talk myself in, the main thing I'd really try to drill into my head is how much self-worth I should have and how much I should believe in myself and how much good shit is out there in life. If you're willing to let go of the fear of clinging onto things that are kind of okay because you're afraid that you won't find anything better. Because there is better out there in jobs and school, like I said, but really what's important in life is, everything outside of jobs and school, relationships, passions, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Is there anything else I want to say? Yeah, I know the world is kind of crazy out there because rent is like $3,000 a month, and dating now is all on Hinge, which I don't think anyone's that happy about. And there's a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world, and it's very tough to be, a young adult. And I'm only, a few years removed from graduation, so I'm not going to pretend like I have all the answers. But I definitely think that I haven't regretted for a moment letting go of fear, because life often isn't as bad as your wildest imaginations think it is. Life is actually pretty good. And when you think about your fears are always the worst case scenario. And it's very rare that the worst case scenario ever happens in life. So don't let don't let your deepest, darkest fears control your life. Live your life out of a place of love and good intentions, and just do what you gotta do, because you won't regret letting go of fear. All right, congrats to the class of 2022, and you guys are gonna do great things. I believe in you guys. Coming from a 24-year-old who has experienced so much in the 2 years since graduating. But yeah, good luck, guys. You guys are gonna do great. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay sane. Peace.